Hello, in this video we are going to look at how to use table view in iOS. Let's create a Xcode project. Create a new Xcode project here and single view app. Next, application name I'm going to use as table view. Of course, language is Swift. Next, create. What we are going to do now is add the UI table view in our main storyboard and use it on our view controller. Let's add a table view to our main storyboard. Click this small library button and we can search for the table view. We should drag and drop this table view item here to our main storyboard like this. And now we have to add layout constraint to align this layout component with matching for our device. Top constraint is 0 and left, right 0, bottom is 0. Okay, let's add. Now we have to add table view cell for show each items. Drag and drop like this. Okay. Now go to edit your view controller. Now we have to extend this class. Add a comma here, and first one I'm going to use is UITableView delegate. You can get suggested by Xcode, this one, and last one UI table view data source. Also you can get suggested by Xcode. Now you will get some error. Click this small red icon and click fix. Okay, now we have to create our array. Let's create some array. One names, and this is a string array, so I'm going to give some names for this. First one I'm going to use pizza, and second one I'm going to use orange, and last one I'm going to use apples. Okay, in table view number of row in section function, we have to return some count for how much rows should be created in this table view. So I'm going to give this array items count names dot, sorry, we should type return here and names dot count. Okay, now what? In this cell for row at table view function, we have to create a new cell. For that I'm going to give a new variable name as cell and equals with table view dot decay reusable cell, and this second one with identifier colon string comma for index path. Select it. And what is this with identifier? To get your identifier for your cell, go back to your main storyboard, and here is outlet collection. Select your table view cell. When you select this, in right area you can select this show the attributes inspector button, and below of that you can see some row call identifier. Now you have to give an identifier name for your each cell. I'm going to use cell for that identifier. Okay, now go back to our ViewController class, and now I'm going to give our cell name is cell, right? And here for index path we can type index path here, because there is a variable. You can see index path, we have to give that. Okay, now we can return this cell. Okay, now we have to register this class with our table view. To do that, in this component collections, select your table view and right click or control and click and drop to here this yellow small icon. It called as controller name. My name is ViewController. Drop here and select these two items is data source and delegate. Right, now we are done with that. The next problem is changing the table view each item text. To change the text, we can use cell dot text label dot text. Now we can give an text here. I'm going to give these items available in our array called names. And we can get current position with index path dot row. Okay, we are done with that. So let's see by running this app. Done. This is our UI table view. Now let's create the click listeners for these all items. Now what I'm going to do is add some view controller, and when someone click some cell, our new view controller should be start, and our view controller should detect what the cell that user has clicked. Okay, so this is our new view controller, and select your cell here and right click or control and drag to this view controller and select this show item, right? So selection segues as show. Okay, got it. Now go back to your view controller. We have to create new function called table view did select row at. You can type table view and you can get suggest here, and you can select this did select row at, right? Now we can get the position that user have clicked in our table view. Now I'm going to add a new class for our new view controller. Cocoa Touch class, and next subclass of is UIViewController, right? Class name is ViewController, already uses, so I'm going to rename this as ViewController for food. Okay, next create. Now let's connect this class with our new ViewController. To do that, I'm going to select this one and class as, I'm going to type our class name is ViewController for food, right? Okay, now in ViewController we can pass position with, if we create a new variable for place our position. So let's create a new public variable var position. I'm going to give 0 in our new ViewController class, and in ViewController and did select row at function, I'm going to assign with our public variable is position index path dot row, right? Now we can run this one. Now when we click an item here, we see new start activity. Now we should give an back button here. To do that, I'm going to select this main storyboard. Select your main ViewController like this and click editor in Xcode and click embedded and click navigation controller. Okay, now let's run this app. Okay, we are going to do final step, adding a label here. Label to our new ViewController. Okay, let's keep on this top area, doesn't matter, and select your this ViewController and click this button and select your class created for this ViewController and create a new layout outlet like this. Outlet name is, I'm going to give label text name. Okay, now in ViewDidLoad function we are going to check for what is position user has clicked on our table view. ViewController for food class here. If position equals with 0, we are going to change label text like this. For in main storyboard table view, first item is pizza, second is orange, and last one is apples. Label text name, if position is 0, I'm going to give pizza, and else if position is 1, label text name dot text equals with orange, right? And the last one, else if position is 2, label text name dot text equals with apples. Now let's run. Okay, pizza, orange, apples. Okay, there's some issues in our layout. We don't care right now. So you see, when we click the item, it always set as clicked. For deselect this item when clicked, go back to your view controller and this did select row at function. We can type our table view, that means this variable name table view dot deselect row, an index path here, and animated as you can give if you want true or false. I'm going to give true. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to stop this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/SCIKER.